Thanks for joining us at Penrith's CUA Stadium here in the west of Sydney. Samoa up against Tonga in Pool 3, this Pacific Island showdown. One of the most anticipated games of this Rugby League World Cup for 2008. And we should see a cracking game here tonight against two rivals who have flat out said, we just don't like each other. Here's the Samoan side first up. Smith Samoa is their fullback. It's a side chock full of talent. Nigel Vangana and Ben Roberts are the halves for Samoa. The bench is Pulatua, Lauatiti, Paulo and Talapo. The coach is John Ackland. For the Tongan side, they're coming off a win against Ireland, 22 points to 20 in their first game of Pool 3. Here's their side, Talanoa wearing jumper 1. Michael Jennings, though, in 3 will once again be their fullback. Fleti Mateo is the halfback tonight for Tonga, and their coach is Jim Dimmick. They'll stare off. They've both been told they have to stay 10 metres from the halfway line. But Cooper Vuna, of course, who leads the Tongan war dancer, said if anybody crosses the halfway line, look out. We'll wait and see.
Just can't let the emotion take over. And here they go now.
They're going first. Gary, okay.
Samoa! Oi le toa! Samoa! Oi le toa! Oi le toa! Oi le toa! Samoa! Samoa! Oi le toa! Oi le toa! Oi le toa! Samoa!
The Samoans stayed on their side of halfway. They got close to the line. We'll wait and see what the Tongan response is. But look at the Samoans up on the halfway line, staring them down.
They'll end up face to face.
Wow. How are the hairs on the back of your neck?
Oh, how would you like to be the first bloke to run the ball up?
He'll be a courageous man, taking the initial hit up tonight off the kickoff here. Samoa and Tonga. Let's hope the game lives up to the hype, the build-up, and also the ceremonial war dances we've just seen, because that was quite something.
Well, let me tell you this, Warren, I believe it will live up to that reputation they have here. Shane Hayne, the Australian referee here tonight, and happy birthday to Shane Hayne, turns 41 today. I thought he was kidding me. I thought he was a little bit older than that, but good luck, Shane, at 41 and controlling this first set of 6.
Well, it is a must-win game, certainly for Samoa, because if Tonga win too, they are through to the top of their pool, Pool 3, and that would see them in the playoff to decide who would go into the semi-finals to take on, most likely, of course, Australia, who are at the moment odds-on favourite to finish top of Pool 1. Tony Puletua, the now former Penrith Panther, standing by. Michael Jennings is still a Panther. He'll be at the back tonight for Tonga. Samoa will get first use of it and defend. The southern end of CUA Stadium. Ben Roberts with the catch, and he gives it off to Tony Puletua, who's met on a good tackle by Goodenbeal and also Lupini Faya. Stepping out of dummy half, Smith Samoa, a young rookie from the Gold Coast Titans, the former Melbourne Storm player as well, as they work it up towards their own 40-metre line. Here's Terence Siusiu from dummy half. He gives it off to Puletua. Numbers in the tackle there, bouncing off. One of them there was Lupini Paya. Goodenbeal was there also with Richie Fa'oso to make the tackle as they kick through Siusiu from their own side of halfway. A good one as well. Down to the goal line. Jennings wearing 3. The playing at fullback picks it up and is stopped there in a tackle by Willie Talau and also Matt Utai. Willie Talau back in familiar territory, of course, the St Helens centre for a long time now, the former Bulldog. Francis Melly also plays for St Helens in the European Super League. He's out here on this left-hand side of the field. Talau will combine with Utai on that other side. Talanoa playing as it comes to the right-hand side. Goodenbeal is looking for one more, but he takes it forward himself. Stopped there by Siusiu, 25 out from his own line. Late in the tackle count. Goes again to this right-hand side. Fa'oso looking for an offload. Has coughed it up. And they'll get a chance here. Solomona has it. They'll play it about 33 away from the Tongan line.
Yeah, plenty of pressure there on Feleti Mateo. Trying to get the ball out one arm. And this puts the side under a little bit of pressure here. Now they've got a man up defensively and get up the line quickly. Puletua. This is his 4th hit up already. And leading by example, a great run by Tony Puletua.
He's about 12 away when he plays it. They go to the right-hand side. Here's Bunga going straight and hard and almost cracked them as well. Good tackle made by Payer and Goodenbeal. Siu had Smith Samoa coming with him at close hand. He's only a metre or so, maybe less, from the line when he'll play it here on the last tackle. It goes to Siu. Now Roberts through the hands of Solomona from Carmont. Quick ball, Francis Melly. An early try here for Samoa. It was pretty simple in the end. They just shuffled it down the short side rather. And it's Samoa who play from in front, 4-0 after just 2.5 minutes.
And it all comes back to that one mistake made by Feleti Mateo, trying to look to offload the ball. This is what he does so well in the NRL. Just didn't need to put that pressure on his side, and defensively they had a quick play ball before off Nigel Vagana, and then it was just good quick hands. No enough defenders out here on that right hand edge, and Francis Melly opens the first wound against the Tongan boys, and a very good try too. They had numbers running inside and outside. A great pass, George Carmont once again drawing and passing. Let alone that man there, Francis Melly, go over unmarked, and look at the boys there from Samoa. They're up, very happy. A great start. Just under 3 minutes and first try to the Samoan side.
He can hit in defence. He can also score plenty of tries. Francis Melly, that gives them a 4-0 lead, and Tonga, off the back of the mistake by Richie Fa'oso, got off to a shaky start. They were slow out of the gates to some extent against Ireland, and in fact trailed the Irish a couple of times during that game and had to score a try 6 minutes out from full time to get away with the win in their opening game in Pool 3. And now Ben Roberts about 12 in from the sideline to make it almost a perfect beginning for Samoa. He hits it away to the left-hand side. Never looked like sneaking between the uprights, but they do have a lead 4-0 as we go downstairs to Scotty Sattler.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. Well, it was always going to be which team was going to handle the first 5 or 10 minutes. With the amount of motion that this game has been brought into, both those war dances. First mistake by Tonga. Samoa make a great advantage of that through Carmont and also Francis Melly. So Tonga behind the 8 ball at the moment through a silly pass from Felita Mateo. Just on the conditions, everyone, it's reached 37 at one stage today in Sydney. A little bit cooler now and a strong breeze coming from the south. But both these sides will start feeling it as they did last week against Island Tonga in the back half of this first half.
As they did from the kickoff, it's Pulatua who brings it out from their own in-goal area. Strong tackle over the top there. Tony Williams, it was, wearing 20, playing in the second row here tonight for Tonga with a reshuffled forward pack. In fact, a reshuffled halves combination as well. We'll see how many minutes he plays to begin the game, Williams. Samoa work it beyond their own 40-metre line. Siu waits and he gets the play the ball from Kylie Lulawai. Kick off that left boot of Roberts, playing on this left-hand side of the field, as he does for the Bulldogs. The kick goes down and brought back to the 20-metre line. Tonga will be hoping to make more metres in the early tackles than they did first time around. They were struggling in their own end before Fao, so put the ball down. They need to get some forwards back there and make some good metres.
Well, it's one thing that they lacked on the Monday night, the ability to complete their sets of 6, get back there and get good dummy half runs and get over the advantage line. You can see the Tongan side there. They are standing and looking and waiting for someone to just do something out of the ordinary. They need to go forward first against the Samoan side.
Here's Williams bumping it forward. Well, they'll get a relieving penalty here. They're under pressure once again. Absolutely nothing doing through the middle of the park for them. We saw Cooper Vuna might have had his neck caught in an awkward position there. You saw it, his chin pushed towards his chest in the tackle, accidentally.
It was accidentally by Willie Talau, so I don't think anything will come of that. And now the Tongan boys, this is where they've got to assert their authority down the middle of the ruck, because Tony Pulatua has really showed the Tongan side which way is to the try line the quickest, and that's to go forward. Oh, mistake there.
Ball on the ground went backwards. Luckily for Tonga, a mix-up. Tony Williams was coming through. And now another player down. This time it's Feleti Mateo. Forced to play as the halfback tonight. He finished the game against Ireland on Monday night as their halfback, with Joel Tafau out of the side early in the second half with a calf muscle injury. Here it is again, Mateo. Swung to the ground. He has that strapping on the right elbow. Perhaps he just fell heavily on that arm.
It was on the elbow, that's all it was. He'll get up and play the ball as they do now, Tonga. And Guttenville goes in the dummy up. No, Feleti Mateo taking over now.
35 away from the Samoan line. Leo Latu almost coming up with a mistake. Pushed away from Ben Roberts, but up to go again, but he was grabbed by Solomona. Here is Faoso out of dummy half, running at the halfback Roberts. He's just outside the 20. Last play here for Tonga. Goes to Leo Latu. And now Mateo with a kick under pressure. He took a shot from Kylie Lulawai. Some pressure on Matt Utai. Didn't read the breeze. Picked up by Willie Manu, who has it for Tonga. Just 5 metres out. They'll be going back to Utai before the game is out. We've seen teams target him at the Bulldogs, and they went to him in the air. He looked uncomfortable. Here's Manu. He fires it to Mateo at first receiver. He cuts one out to go to Faoso. Shifts the ball on. Waiselli stopped there by Nigel Vungana, getting up pretty quickly with some help from Tony Pulatua and also George Carmont. About 10 metres out, just inside it in fact. Waiselli. As it goes to Leo Latu. Good tackle made right in front of the uprights there. Nigel Vungana. Cut down Kafusi. Here's Leo Latu. Turns it out the back. A chance. Numbers in the tackle here for Samoa. They get plenty there. And they'll play it here still a couple of metres away. Williams is the man playing it. Mateo takes it to the line. Grubbers. Talanoa coming through. Jennings was also there. And a knock-on again by Samoa.
And the knock-on comes off. Ben Roberts put under all sorts of pressure here. He had to get down nice and low, but the pressure that was applied, won by the kick for Feleti Mateo. You can see there Jennings in the number 3 jersey for Tonga coming through and just putting pressure on the halfback for Samoa. And he makes the mistake. The only problem I see so far for Tonga is that all the ball play is around Feleti Mateo. They get numbers around him, they don't have much on the edges.
See Willie Manu wearing 13 but packing in as the hooker. He's been playing as the dummy half as well. Here is Mateo feeding the scrum. They get the win. It comes to Vito Leolatu, who will play it here in the tackle of Dave Solomona, just outside the 10. Here's Manu turning it back on the inside. Paya, athletic with good footwork. Stopped a couple of metres away from the line. Ben Roberts too slow getting off him. Tonga were hammered in the play the ball against Ireland on Monday night. We'll see how they fare here this evening. They gave away 14 penalties, and the vast majority of them were infringements in the play the ball. Samoa give away one right here. It gives a chance for Tonga to come at them once again. A stack of possession inside the 20 here as Guttenbill plays it for Manu. They take it to the line. They'll get across the line. Kafusi crashed across but didn't get the ball down.
Play the ball.
Right about the defence there, the Samoan boys. They had to work very, very hard for another set now. To finish the set off, he has to come back and play the ball. The referee, a blood bin for one of the Samoan boys now.
Just jump out the back, mate. Jump out the back for a trainer.
Well, wait. It's Kylie Lulawai is the man. He's been seen at the back. That's him there.
Boy, has a nasty cut, doesn't he?
He made a great tackle before the one just there and stopping him. He'll come straight into the play. He knows he can't have a side with just 12 men defending.
It is play on for the moment. Manu showing it to Mateo, showing it again to Guttenbill, and almost caught the Mount Pulatura. It is who makes the tackle about 4 metres out. Leo Latu goes to Mateo. First man play for Richie Fa'oso. He's only a couple of metres away still. Tackled there by Carmel. They come back up quickly. A missed tackle there. Racing up is Langi Setu. Now Guttenbill. Setu took a real chance.
They need to go left quickly. 2 passes.
Mateo, Leo Latu on the last. Intercepted by the captain, Nigel Vangana, with nobody in front of him. They are chasing and chasing hard, but they won't catch him. Vangana goes the length of the field, and Samoa have their second try of the game.
Tackle one, Clarkie. Check grounding. Check grounding, mate.
We're going to check the grounding.
It's interesting because Nigel is known for a man who will take the ball right to the nth degree and virtually go over the end goal, so he's checking the grounding. What Nigel had to do, and he did so well, he got off the line, he put pressure on Leo Latu, who made the pass here. The grounding, I don't think there's a problem here. Oh, that's easy. That's one look at that, and that will be a green light. Leo Latu trying to throw the ball. I said go 2 passes wide, but he just had to play the hands. You don't need to play low balls. That's what Nigel has made his name in this game of rugby league in the NRL. For the Bulldogs, for Cronulla, or for the Warriors, he would always come up and then look for that intercept pass. The Samoan boys, the big fella, Loa Titi, they wait Stephen Clark. This will be a green light. There's no problem here. No problem.
The video referee agrees it is 8 points to 0. And the man who has the most tries for New Zealand in Test Match Rugby League is now captaining Samoa, of course, and here he is going 90 metres. He got one right in the breadbasket.
The biggest issue about that, you would have seen Tavita Leo Latu go to the line. He needed to just straighten himself up because Samoa pushed up so quickly. And that's what happens when you have a hooker who's looking for that long ball. He just had to go short. You can see there, the Tongan players know if they got the ball short, they were going to put the ball over the line and get back into this game. But Nigel, the experience that he has in this game, just showing then where you have to position yourself to take those sorts of passes. And he probably would have played with Leo Latu a number of times. Look at that. Unbelievable. Great play. A good leader.
That is a real stomach punch, isn't it, to Tonga after all that possession. Set after set inside the Samoan 20. They throw a ball. The opposing captain goes almost a length of the field. It's converted. It's 10 points to 0. 11 and a half gone here in this second game of Pool 3. The Rugby League World Cup of 2008, and the warm favourites for this game, Scotty Sattler, have a nice lead.
They have a lot of passion amongst these Samoan players down here when they're coming back to get ready for this kickoff. We talk about experience, and Wiz just mentioned it. Tonga, nearly 1,000 NRL games in experience, but last week it was their biggest downfall was their ill discipline. It should have got them over the line, but this man, you talk about experience, gets up out of the line, puts pressure in defence, attacks in defence, 4-pointer at the other end. Great work, Nigel Vangana.
Boy, they're doing some shadow boxing on the bench already, aren't they? Ali Lauatiti.
He'll be tired before he gets out there.
Here's the kickoff. Hanging up in the southerly. Oh, let bounce by Smith. Samoa, he was looking at Tony Pulatua. I think he thought that Pulatua was going to run onto the ball and catch it himself.
Yeah, he was waiting for the call from behind. He didn't get it. And then you've got to put yourself in a position as a young fullback. You've got to take the pass. Great tackle there, Tonga. Willie Manu.
Here he is again, making another one, this time wrapping up Willie Talau as Matt Utai works it away from dummy half. Would have had his heart in his mouth and all those defensive sets after his initial error off the bomb. Put them under all that pressure. Here's Roberts now, just outside his own 30. The kick, a good one, helped by this strong breeze now, which has turned around. It was a nor'wester for most of the day in Sydney. Now it's a southerly here at Penrith, and you can see the effect of that breeze on the kick by Ben Roberts.
He's got a tremendous kick, Ben Roberts, and that's one thing. Once you get in front like this and you've got a good breeze behind you, that's what you should be introducing on second and third tackle, to turn the big Tongan forward side around and get down there with numbers in defensively. Here goes player.
Well,
Good 8 metre range.
Plenty of passion in their war dance before kickoff. They need some passion here from the forwards to make a statement, working it away from their own end. They have battled so far in the game from their own territory. Foso playing it for Gutenbiel. And Mateo just off his right hip, but he takes it himself from dummy half, and they brought it back within 5 metres of the halfway line. Leo Latu gets into dummy half this time. Here's Mateo going away to Kafusi, who got across the line but was held up in the midst of all that possession they had inside the Samoan 20. Now Jennings was dangerous at times against Ireland on Monday night. They are backing up, of course, on very short rest. The Tongans will wait and see what effect that has. Here's the kick by Mateo, will sail into the 5th row of the far grandstand.
Play the ball just here.
Plenty of pressure on the young 5'8". He's trying to do all the organising, the passing, run the football, put all the kicks in. And that's why I think they need to get Tavita Leo Latu back in that hooking role, because he can scamper out a dummy half and get them on the front foot. Then you push Willie Manu up, and he can do the little offloads and get the guys going forward.
They work it away from the dummy half. Samoa in control already. 10 points to 0. Ball from Siu back on the inside. Frank Pulatua is out there as John Ackland makes the first of his 12 available interchanges here tonight. Melly, the try scorer, coming midfield, perhaps wishing he hadn't. Picked up by Lapini Paya. He makes a statement right there himself. Good tackle in combination with Richie Fa'oso. Here it is again. You see Fa'oso, in fact, making the initial stop, and then Paya coming over the top. They finished him right off. 30 metres out. Last play here for Samoa as Roberts puts it in the air, end over end kick, an awkward one. Jennings fighting back though, takes it pretty comfortably in the end. He had the post to contend with initially. He took it back in the in-goal area, and as a result, they'll take it from their own 20.
He just seems to have so much time. He got a bit of pressure last Monday night against Ireland with those high kicks. And he dropped one, so the young Samoan boys thought they'd just test him. I think now Jim Dimmick, what about that tackle?
Terence Siu underneath, who really can hit for a little man. He times them beautifully. He made a great stop right there.
That was in your tracks. Don't worry about tackle technique and all that sort of stuff. Just come over the top, didn't he? Unbelievable.
Langi Sedu also involved with the tackle. He was upstairs. Siu was underneath the kick. The clearing kick from Mateo was a good one. It'll hold up here. And Smith Samoa will take it from his own goal line. And stop there by Fatuli Talanoa. Good set of 6, a good chase. Now they undo all that work with a penalty to let Samoa out of their own end the easy way.
I thought they were right there. I thought the play of the ball was very, very quick. And Cooper Vuna jumped out to the right-hand side. I don't think they were standing apart. I thought it was all right. A little bit hard done by them, Tonga. They've done so well, chasing the kick downfield. Here goes Big Solomona now.
He played from just outside the Samoan 30-metre line. He played for George Carmont. He shows it back on the inside of Pulatua, takes it himself for a settler. Set on his own side of halfway. Siu back at dummy half. Turns it back on the inside here for Frank Pulatua. Some good defence in this set from Tonga.
I think what they've got to do, they've got to introduce Eddie Payer. Take some pressure off from Feliti Mateo, put him in the halfback role.
Here's a mistake by Ben Roberts. The pass was just behind him. As a result, Tonga have it in Samoan territory to begin this set of 6. Cooper Vuda waiting at dummy half. It was an awkward one for the Samoan halfback to handle. Another error from them. Hasn't hurt them so far, the couple they've made. Here is Leo Latu. Going to Mateo, trying to put a step on, but he ran into Frank Pulatua and then coming in from the side. He got a shot there from Siu. There's been some heavy contact in this game, as you'd expect, between the two Pacific arch rivals. Leo Latu looking for a fast play, the ball got one as well. Jennings caught the markers out, comes to Smith-Samoa, who had to make a tackle, otherwise Jennings was going to score under the black dot. They go from dummy half. They take it forward through Guttenbeil, who will play it here about 3 metres away. Here is Eddie Payer on the field now. It goes straight by him, picked up by Willie Manu, and they'll play it. In fact, that will be the changeover. It was supposed to, I'm sure, go to Eddie Payer on the last play, but they missed him. And now a mistake. Solomona has the ball bounce off his chest straight back to Ben Roberts.
Well, this is what you expect from either the Tongan side or the Samoan boys. They're willing to chance your arm. What you have to do as a player, you've just got to make yourself available there, Dave Solomona. He was looking for a rest, hands on his hips. It's very hot out there.
Well, it is big tackle once again. No surprise, it's Willie Manu who makes it. He's rattled a couple up already. Smith-Samoa was on the end of that shot. Now an error again by Samoa, trying to force a ball. Langi Setu it was who turns it over, and as a result, Vuna plays it for Tonga. Now a ball goes to ground. Mateo trying to get away from the lock forward there. Harrison Hansen for Samoa. Jim Dimmick must be praying for a chance to try and put some points on the board here if they can get down inside the 20. They've shown they can crack them when Kafusi got across but couldn't get the ball down. Here's Williams on the left-hand side, gave a big fend, and the ball to Michael Jennings. Power and precision in one play, and they are on the board. What about the fend from Williams on Vangana? My goodness. He said just get out of the way, and then when Jennings loomed up, there was no stopping him. He has rockets for legs. There's the error by Setu. They went to the left-hand side. Mateo gave it to the big fella. He said, don't mess with me, look out, and Michael do the rest.
I tell you what, Tony Williams, he threw a little dummy there, didn't he? Then he decided to straighten up. He saw Nigel, he was starting to back off, and once you do that, you've got such a big man coming at you and you go high, there's no chance of making the tackle. And what about the explosive speed here of Jennings? Unbelievable. Put himself in the correct position, and the Tongan boys, they go up. That is a tremendous try. They just waited and waited and waited. They waited for Samoa to make the mistake, and then they capitalised. But Jennings, a breath of fresh air in that fullback position, just chiming in beautifully. And that's who you should be following. All those big guys, the big boppers they call them.
Well, Nigel Vangana has, of course, a try from the intercept off the ball from Tavita Leo Latu. He just had to contend with this fella, Tony Williams, who is doing the goal kicking from right in front against the extra 2. And Tonga have got themselves into the game. It's taken half of the first half, but it's 10 points to 6. And their fans are on their feet lapping it up. Boy, good atmosphere here at Penrith.
Oh, tremendous atmosphere, and it's great to see so many people come out and support these two sides. You can hear it coming through the TV, through Fox Sports. They are just lapping this game up. Yes, there are some mistakes. Both coaches will be saying, come on, boys, control the football. But that's what they want to do. They want to play rugby league, and it's exciting. They put themselves under pressure. You can see there the crowd jumping for joy when Jennings went over for the Tongan side.
Ben Roberts to get us back underway. The kickoff will go down towards Feliti Mateo, backing towards the corner there. Had to make an awkward catch, and he gives it off to the captain, Lapini Payer, who makes a good run. Got his nose through the line as well. They need more of that. He has been good so far, Payer. They've been struggling in the forward pack from their own end, but he's made some good charges. Here's Eddie Payer coming away to Arwen Guttenbeil, who'll play it here 30 metres out from his own line. Don't forget, you can log on to www.rlwco8.com for all the news, views and results of this World Cup for 2008 as Leo Latu puts a bit of high stepping on. Grabbed there by Langi Setu. Here's Mateo with some room to move from dummy half, going a long way. Now just 40 metres out from the Samoan line. One more play in this set of 6. Eddie Payer it is, who tries to hook it away from Smith Samoa, who can do that. In fact, it will just keep going end over end, touch in goal.
The game has really stepped up here for the Tongan boys. With this change here of Eddie Payer coming in to the halfback role, it's taken the pressure off Feleti Mateo. And you're seeing Tavita Leo Latu getting out of dummy half, getting those quick play the balls. It's got them now on the front foot. A good change there by Jim Timmy.
It's Frank Pulatua who gets it underway with the restart. 23 minutes gone, 10-6. Samoa over Tonga in this Pacific Island showdown tonight. Here's Matt Utai trying to get away from both tacklers. He did. He escaped Willie Manu. No mean feat. And also got away from Etu Waiseli. Now a turnover once again, and Eddie Payer has it for Tonga. And they give away a penalty. A strip there, Harrison Hansen penalised by the referee, Shane Hayne. And Tonga come back on the attack straight away.
Oh, mate, I tell you what, this has really turned out to be a fantastic game. Harrison, just confused about the ruling. He puts him down. I think there, Eddie Payer thought he just dropped the ball cold. He's a little bit unlucky there to be penalised, I believe.
Gives him a great chance here to level up. Maybe take the lead. Payer playing it just outside the 20. Leo Latu set upon there. Albi Talapo on the field now for Samoa. Now another loose ball, and they've cocked it straight back up. And the Samoans, with Ali Lauatiti on the field, rush in to high-five each other. He wants to pump things up, doesn't he? The former Warrior.
Oh, mate, he'd be looking for a massive game. He was hyped up on the sideline there, and again, you see Talapo there just getting out of dummy half very quick, and the referee indicating that you play the ball too quickly. You didn't stand up square, you played it sideways. You can't do that. And a correct decision. Nali Lauatiti, look at him, look at his team. Come on, boys, let's pick it up.
You get in properly.
I'm excited just calling the game. This is good.
It is.
This is what rugby league's all about.
It's very good. It is living up to the advanced billing. Here's Roberts from the back of the scrum win. Quarter of an hour to go in this first half. It'll be interesting to see how Tonga handled the last 10 minutes of both halves here tonight. Smith Samoa, a good run to get the forwards for Tonga on the back pedal. They take it away from dummy half. It is Talapo who goes down within about 42 of the Tongan line. Carmont here from dummy half. Comes to Lauatiti. He works it up towards Leo Latu and also Willie Manu. They're just 30 out now. 2 tackles left. Stacked short side. No way through for Roberts, who was crunched over the top. Samoa produced a victor and absolutely cut the grass from underneath him. Here's a kick. Some pressure. Missed. A chance for Samoa. 6 more tackles and they're just a metre out. They've come up with it through Matt Utai. Here's Frank Pulatua trying to crash his way over. He'll get across, but they'll hold him up.
Held up, tackle 1.
Now that allows the Tongan side to set themselves defensively. The Samoan boys have got put something on here on the left-hand edge. They've got players, Ali Lauatiti. That's where I'd be crowding around. Look for the little offloads with his right arm.
They come back towards the wing of Asi Tonga, the man who made the mistake. You'll say it's 1-1 as far as errors on kicks from the wingers on that eastern side of the field here at CUA. Couple of metres out. Samoa looking to extend this lead. Played by Talau. It comes down to Vangana at first receiver. Showing it they're up quickly. Too quickly. Did Vangana get it down though?
Clarkie, just check grounding, mate. Tackle 3.
I don't think he's got this down. I don't think he's got it down. He's not showing the look like a Nigel Vangana does when he gets a try. I think he's dropped the ball. He's dropped it. But what about the acceleration from the veteran? Nearly cut them up down the middle. He did cut them up. The only thing he didn't do was get the ball down. A little bit unlucky there. They cannot give this try. I believe he lets the ball go about there. That's gone.
Boy, there may be a fingertip on the ball, but
he's got no control. Please.
You would think we'll see the no try sign from Steve Clark. He is known for his casual put-downs, isn't he, Nigel Vungana? Well, we're going to look at it again here. In normal speed, there it is. In normal speed, it looks like a definite no try, as it did live the first time around.
Let me tell you, if Nigel thought he would have scored that, he would have been down on one knee, saluting the crowd.
Well, the Tongans simply praying they're going to see the red lights here. We'll get the official word, I think, from our video referee. Shane Hayne watching on, waiting for a call from Steve Clark. The most nervous man is that man, Nigel Vungana, getting straight through the line. A lovely left foot step.
Good vision.
And he had to score, except for the put down.
Great vision by Nigel. Knowing they were going to split, here comes the decision.
Finally, we will get there. It is no try, as expected. He was a fingertip away from a double, the Samoan captain.
Or in that position as a player, especially the opposition defensively, they all think that Nigel's going to just put the ball out the back, and then he just accelerated. That was good. That was good play.
You can't take a dummy from Nigel Vungana. Not close to the line, not anywhere.
He loves
but
him.
Especially close to the line. They hang on, Tonga. And here they are. 30 out from their own line. Played there by Cooper Vuna, the man who led the war dance before kickoff. Etu Waiselli playing it now. So taking them on. They've been solid though up the middle of the park. For the most part, this Samoan forward pack. Good tackle here. Harrison was there. So was Pulatua. Now a penalty. Late in the tackle count as well. Leo Latu was set upon. Frank Pulatua came up with the play, but jumped out of marker too quickly for the referee's liking.
And that's who they need in the hooking role there. Leo Latu, he has been fantastic since he's gone back into the role. He was playing halfback at the start. It didn't suit his game, but that jumping out of dummy half and taking those quick, easy yards around the ruck area is really paying dividends here for the Tongan side. The tap has to be taken 10 metres and not 20.
Yes, we're playing under international rules.
Oh,
12 changes, not 10. You're right, there he is again. Good run from dummy half from Fatuli Talanoa. They're just outside the 20-metre line. Playing on that left-hand side of the field in the centres as opposed to the number one on his back tonight. Here's Mateo now, a couple wide with Paya out there on the field. He looks much more at home with a bit of room to move for Letty Mateo. Quick play the ball from Manu. Leo Latu going at the line. He gets across the line and we are all tied up at 10 points all. Samoa and Tonga. And the Tongans hitting back. A fast play the ball and a terrific finish by the former Cronulla Shark.
That was fantastic, I told you. He has been the difference. The Tongan side have got themselves back into this game because of this little bloke here, Leo Latu, jumping out of dummy half, knowing that the Samoan boys, they're trying to get onside. They can't get there. The right foot step, he gets inside George Carmine. Great read of the play. That's what your hooker needs to do in these sorts of games. He's been fantastic for the last 15 minutes.
He got the fast play, the ball he wanted, but he had some work to do still. Didn't he show a nose for the try line? There was no stopping him.
Good vision, the quick play of the ball, but the ability to get out and isolate George Carmine and then step off the right foot and then cut him between the two defenders. That's what I liked about his play. Didn't he give it some? Didn't he jump out of dummy half and just take off? He said, I'm coming. They're not ready, I'm going to get them.
And if Tony Williams can convert this about 5 metres in from the touchline, we're looking at a 12-point turnaround. We saw the look on Nigel Vungana's face a moment ago behind the goal line.
It's always going to be the problem for the Samoans not playing a game of football before this game. You could just see Tonga boys started a bit slowly. Now they got into the game after the 30-minute mark. They look like they go on top. Let's see if he can put it over here. Tony Williams to add the 2.
Battling the flies and the breeze, hooking back, staying straight, he gets the 2 points. After half an hour, Tonga leads Samoa 12 points to 10. Listen to the fans of the Tongan side. Good step as he came towards Carmont.
And Harrison Hansen, that's the man he got in between. He was coming out of dummy half a little bit late. And Paya, their captain, he's been strong. That man there has been absolutely fantastic defensively and those runs out of dummy half.
The kickoff knocked backwards, luckily, by Mateo. They come down the field quickly. Kylie Luluai has some tape around the head, of course, had that cut in the early part of the game. He came down looking for a real shot on Sam Moa. Here he is again, Luluai.
Exactly.
Playing for the Seagulls in the NRL. Not that long ago, he had a reputation for shooting out of the line, looking for a hit. He's come up with a couple here.
I've been staying down since the first minute. No, I don't know. Mate, it's like first contact was there. We'll play someone report, okay? No, it's right here, mate. You're right. Mate, 5 penalties now. Yeah, they're all different all over the park. Yeah. Righto. Just try and do something about that. Yeah, right, fix that with us.
Interesting to know, Kylie Luluai trying to pull the big head off at the kickoff then, and then saw the second play. Got himself in the A defender around the ruck area. Talanoa takes it forward, and then he just throws out the left arm. He did get him a fraction high. And Kylie just gives him a little pat on the back saying, "You're all right, Talanoa, you're all right, up you get. That's
sure.
Not a problem."
I'll be eating meatloaf through a straw for the next 4 months, but I'll be fine.
He'll be right. Play on. He gets replaced.
And here he is coming from the field. He said he was okay.
He's all right. Little bit of blood.
His mum may disagree at the moment.
Just get the free interchange. That's what it's for.
That's exactly right. Luluai placed on report. There is the signal from the referee. It does give Tonga the chance to make it out of their own end through the boot of Feleti Mateo, who finds the line just outside the 30. We'll see if he can just keep things under control here. Kylie Luluai looked forward that restart, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Here's Leo Latu going to Mateo as they come wide back to the middle of the field. Owen Gutenbiel got a ball away, a good one as well to Mateo. He comes towards Luluai. Roberts is there also, and then reeling out of it, one of the Samoan players, in fact, was Albi Talapo. Got some friendly fire, I think, there. And up towards the halfway line. They get a fast play the ball. Good one as well from Richie Fa'oso. Leo Latu again, getting out of dummy half. They're just outside the Samoan 40. There's Lauatiti trying to slow down the play of the ball. Jennings at dummy half. Eddie Paya. They didn't get to him in time. His kick bounced off its point. Smith Samuel plays it off his right hand. Has a one-hand carry, bringing it back in Ferrerish style. Now is driven backwards. And a good tackle by the man who put the kick in, Eddie Paya.
Eddie Paya has been strong when he's come onto the field, but Sam Moa also has been strong defensively, getting in the opposition. Good run out of dummy half again here, George Carmont for the Samoans.
Here's Roberts catching the markers out. They weren't square and called out as such by the referee. They take it into Tongan territory. 7 minutes out, a mistake by Ben Roberts, who did well.
Tried to get up, kicked it forward, okay, usually stand all the way up.
And I'm sure Matt Utai was saying, check this one on the video. Here it is again, there's the foot. Sam Murrett was just trailing that big right foot of his back through the play the ball. There's no doubt he made contact. The referee saw it the other way. Doesn't have the luxury, of course, of the video referee. And as a result, Tonga will have it here from the scrum win.
The referee, though, Shane Hayne, did say you try to go up and play it too quickly, and that's where the mistake come from. I mean, he did that before with Tavita Leo Latu, about 4 or 5 tackles back. So I have no dramas with that.
Yeah, but as long as you play the ball correctly, doesn't matter how quickly you play it.
He's got it right, the referee. On his birthday, good referee.
Here is Eddie Paya from the back of the scrum win. for Tonga. Mateo going to the left-hand side. They'll play it here through Paya now. Oh, there you go.
Same as over there.
He puts it down and says, Sir Nigel Vungana knocked it away from me. And the Samoans may be screaming, that's justice.
I think they will be. We'll be interested to see. Well, see, that, to me, the referee, again, he's got it 100% right. Nigel didn't do anything about it. He's trying to get around to get the front to play the ball. That's fine.
A couple of play the balls apart and the same result. You could say, fair enough.
Come on, guys, let's join this.
Rubber the green, evening itself out.
Absolutely, I'm with you.
Stay there, Politi. Right, ball in, Ben.
So Samoa with the scrum feed at the halfway line, and Roberts comes away to Willie Tallow. He gives the ball for Francis Millie, who comes to them, tackled there, and a good shot by Etu Waiseli, 40 metres away from the Tongan line. Here's a good tackle, jumping out, Cooper Vuna. Didn't let Talau get out of his sights, he hammered him. Now Lauatiti, standing in the tackle, looking for an offload. He's an absolute magician with the ball in his hands. Of course, now plays with the Leeds Rhinos in the Super League, but he's an absolute genius for the Warriors in the early part of this decade. They come back to the left-hand side. Roberts now, ball back on the inside. Smith Samoa is trailing. They wrap him up about 18 away from the Tongan line. Comes from Damiha, away to Roberts, who puts Essie Tonga under pressure once again. Utai went up for it. It came down to Tony Williams. He made it back for a moment into the field of play, but he's caught in the in goal, says the referee, and Tonga will have to drop it out from their own line.
Great kick by Ben Roberts for the Samoan side. That's what he needs to do. He needs to take control of the game and put the kick up in the air. Put Essie Tonga under all sorts of pressure. Lucky for them, big Tony Williams for the Parramatta Club was standing by trying to get the ball out. He had the ball over the line, and then the referee said, no, you were pushed back, that's fine. Have a look at this here. He gets out the big left hand, puts it over the line, stop, and then he gets pushed over by Matt Utai. The referee's got it right. So there's a goal line dropout now. It's twice Essie Tonga has been put under all sorts of pressure with the high kick by Matt Utai. A great contest.
Eddie Paya with the dropout. A little floating one, no spin on it until it bounced, and then it hit Matty Utai nicely on the chest. He brings it back within 30 metres of the Tongan line. Worked over there by Lapini Paya and also Foleti Mateo. They count it up. Good tackle once again. Some big contact there by Paya, who stayed alive, working away from marker. They count it forward again. Langi Setu now, 10 metres out from the Tongan line. They'll go from Damiha. There's Talapo showing it one way, going back the other. Willie Talau gives it away for Matt Utai for the corner. He might have kept the feet inside the line and then plant the ball down.
I tell you what, if he's got this ball down, it's a miracle the way that he can get the ball over the line, Matty Utai. He's only short in stature, but I tell you what, he's got a lot of power and he's strong, close to the line. Watch the way he manages to stay in. Well, but look at that. I would say that he is in. He has beaten Essie Tonga on the outside, near the sideline. A tremendous effort here by the Samoan winger. The only concern may be the right foot. Does it go out there? But the linesman is in pretty good. I think it's all right. That's fine. By that shot there, I think it's all right. I don't think it goes out till after he has planted the ball down there. Try. Green light.
It looked okay, and our video referee Gary Freeman is extremely confident.
I am on fire tonight, very confident.
I think you've got good reason to be confident here, because I think we'll see the try sign come up from Steve Clark. And this will mean a change in the lead 3 minutes out from half time. They started with the southerly gale in their spinnaker, didn't they, the Samoans, the way they started the game. Then Tonga have hit back, and now Matt Utai might have wrested the lead away from them here, not far from the break.
John Ackland looks on, the Samoan coach. Plenty of words of wisdom come half time. Samoan boys have made 136 tackles to the Tongans 100 tackles. Samoans have had plenty of ball too, 54% of it. Sorry, 47%, and then the Tongans 53. There's the try. Green light. No benefit in the doubt. That's a green light.
It doesn't matter either way. It's still 4 points for Samoa. They lead 14 points to 12. It's their turn to cheer. Those fans of the blue in the stands here at CUA Stadium. Good ball from Talau and Essie Tonga, having a bet each way. Williams playing inside him, and Tonga, instead of staying on his man, was thinking about having to come in and make a play on Talau. He turned. He wasn't going to stop Utai from that range. The nuggety winger just diving underneath him and keeping his feet inside the sideline.
If you're going to make those sorts of decisions as a winger, he's gone up. He might as well keep going. You've got to put pressure on that centre, which is Willie Talau on that right-hand edge, and try and make the tackle. Ben Roberts looking to add the two.
Hits it out of the left-hand side again. He can't convert. This one a difficult one, though, from out on the sideline. They have a 2-point lead inside the final 2 minutes of this first half in what is the pivotal game of Pool 3 in this World Cup for 2008.
Well, that's what we spoke to John Ackland about. It's so vital for them to win this game, and then they play the Irish side on Wednesday at Parramatta Stadium. They need to come away with the 2 points. Of course, and then the Tongan boys, they know if they win both games, they are through. They're going through. You see heads down, not that happy. It's only 14-12. Still 42 minutes to go in the game, and they get a break in about 2 minutes.
A restart from Williams is a massive kick once again into the breeze, taken by Smith Samoa this time, and it's Kylie Luluwai who brings it back. Remembering he's on report for the tackle on Fatuli Talanoa. We'll wait and see what the match reviewers in the World Cup make of that tackle. Certainly didn't miss him. Here's Samoa dancing away from dummy half to bring it up almost the Samoan 30-metre line. 3 tries to 2. And the 1 conversion by Ben Roberts. The difference at this point in time as Utai plays it. Go away from dummy half again. Here's Talapo kicking, looking for the sideline. He'll find it as well. Good play from dummy half. He's found the line and will use up the clock, and that'll just about do it. You'd imagine the Tongans are in no hurry, having had just 3 days off between Monday night's game and this game here tonight. The Samoans want to try and stop the clock.
Well, they're going to try and force a mistake. There's only 8 seconds to go. I don't think the Tongan boys are going to be too much of a hurry. And Telepope is breathing a little bit of life back into the Samoan side. He runs out of dummy half. He's got a good kicking game. He's a strong defender. I'd like to see Lauatiti, though, in this second half get more involved. Warren, he needs to take some sort of control.
Make sure you stay in there, boys. Ali, stay in the scrum till it's out. Don't break early.
Well, he's being warned at least by the referee to make sure he binds in the scrum here. Seen him, as you said, make one of those Lauatiti type runs or get a ridiculous offload away. He has sensational hands. Sonny Bill Williams like, Frank Pritchard like, if you like. This part of the world, of course, the Panther himself. The siren will sound here. They'll barely have time to get the next play the ball in. They do at least. There's a pass. Wow, pressure ball. It came back for Fatuli Talanoa. Once again, it's Kylie Luluwai, no less, who ends up taking him to the ground. And the boys exchange words as the siren sounds to end the first half. Plenty of feeling in this one, as expected. And we've got a good one. Samoa 14, lead Tonga 12. They'll have to run into this breeze in the second half, Samoa. We'll see if Tonga can use it. The kicking game of Mateo and also, more importantly, Eddie Paya will be vital for them in the second 40 minutes. Kylie Luluwai had to change his jumper. He's wearing 23 for the second half, not the 8 jumper he started the game in. We're back underway. Shane Hayne gets us underway. The kickoff goes down to Tony Williams, who was pressed up against the sideline. Had he had a bit of a peek, he might have been able to put a pinky toe over that sideline to come up for the penalty back on the halfway line. Instead, he caught it, and they work it away from inside their own end. Sam Mower it is. Plays it for Leo Latu. Goes to Mateo there at first receiver, giving it to Guttenfield. Going sideways, though, he was an easy target. Lauatiti wrapped him up with some help from Hansen. Now back across the ruck. Leo Latu picks out Mateo, got a ball in kind again, and steps away. from the tackle there of Willie Talau, who comes in around the legs to chop him down with Nigel Vungana over the top. From dummy half, Jennings getting there, giving it to Lupini Paya, who was terrific for Tonga in that opening for the first half, wasn't he? Leo Latu goes to Paya from just outside the 40-metre line. He picks out the fullback, though, right on the chest. With the breeze at his back, he can't afford to do that too many times, because here they are, Smith Samoa bringing it back almost to the Samoan 40.
That is the only issue I see for the Tongan side, is their kicking game. You've got Ben Roberts on the Samoan side. He's a great kicker, 50, 60 metres at least. And that's where Eddie Paya or Feleti Mateo need to take over and get a good kick on their good go forward by the platform the forwards have setting so far.
There's a ball from Taupo coming to the open side. A tackle, they're up too high here. Samoa it is.
Off the shoulder.
Called out by the referee. So finally Luluwai placed on report in the first half, and now Moa coming up with a shot above the shoulders there on Langi Setu.
He's been good, hasn't he? Moa, he leads by example when he's come on and played the front row. He's willing to take the ball forward and get his body in there defensively. He knows he's made that tackle just a fraction high.
They take it forward from the tap. Restart, and Lauatiti was in the air for a moment in a tackle of Etu Waiseli. He plays it a couple of metres out from Carmon. It goes to Roberts. Here is Setu charging at them, looking for an offload. He'll pay the penalty. They grabbed him and drove him backwards, and a good tackle there by Guttenbiel and also Paya. Taupo from dummy half, a flat pass away to Kylie Luluwai. He almost bumped his way past Lupini Paya, but they stopped him with some help from Paya. Intercept taken off their own line. What a good catch. Getting up was Waiseli, who got them out of trouble.
Waiseli, he's had a magnificent game defensively. He is so strong. And what about this catch? You just watch it. He just dives out in front of it. Had to take it. Great work by the Tongan player there. Waiseli.
And as we rejoin the action live, a penalty will help them out of their own end. Even more so as Mateo will find the line. Penalties now 6-2 in favour of Tonga. A real turnaround from the 14-8 count against them in the game on Monday night against Ireland. You could see Alvi Taupo there just lying over the top of Mateo, and hence the penalty. Paya, Eddie that is, turning it back on the inside. Struggling forward, good run by Feleti Mateo. Started the game as a halfback. He finished last Monday night as a halfback, the biggest halfback in rugby league history perhaps. Luke Lewis is a sizable one here at Penrith in the NRL, but Feleti Mateo is a big boy. Now Leo Latu on the other end of the scale as far as size, but doing a good job again out of dummy half. Here's Mateo kicking for the in goal, wanting it to sit down. It will be tough to keep it in the in goal with this breeze at their backs in the second half, and he tried but couldn't pull it off.
Tell you what, Smith Samoa has had a fantastic game at the back for Samoa. Great at just watching that ball going forward. Feleti Mateo not getting a lot of time with his kicks too. I think he just has to maybe kick a tackle earlier to put some pressure on the Samoans at the back.
Vungana going down the short side, coming up pretty quickly was Eddie Paya. And they're up inside the 10, said the referee. Eddie Paya can't believe it. He said, surely not me, sir.
As any good halfback would do. He is quick, though. He is quick. There's the line, just a fraction in front.
He was probably about the last to actually come off the line. It seemed as though he missed the jump.
He missed the start.
Now 4.5 minutes gone in this second half. No change to the scoreline. Luluwai trying to do something about that right here. Works it up towards the Tongan 20. Taupo waiting at dummy half. He goes back to the short side. Went to Lauatiti. Roberts, I think, thought the ball was going to him. Now Lauatiti with that loose carry. Comes up with an error picked up there by Etu Waiseli. It gives it away to Talanoa, who straightens things to work it away from outside the Tongan 20. Some loose balls, loose carries at least, on the attack from the Samoans in their last few chances. That's
always the issue with big Ali Lauatiti. He's always willing to try and offload the ball. He's trying to get the ball back inside. They will pay off at one stage, but you've got to have 4 or 5 of them before one will actually come off. This will be... Oh, I thought there might be a penalty inside this.
No word from the sideline official.
Talanoa
He gets a comforting pat on the back from Felipe Mateo. Here he is again. Try and struggle back to his feet to get up and play it. So it might have been a helping hand there from Harrison Hansen to knock it away from him.
Who's half? You're half, stay there.
Unlike the NRL, of course, the video referee can't intervene.
Join in, all heads down, all heads
Incidents
down.
like that in the play the ball. Saw a couple go either way in the first half. They even themselves out. See what happens in this half. Here's Roberts making a mistake and picking it up. A chance for Cooper Vuna. He was looking towards the try line for a moment there before they recovered defensively to wrap him up. Now Lapini Paya. What a captain's game he's played here tonight for Tonga. Good run once again. A chance for Tonga to resume as the leaders. Here's Mateo. Vangana coming up. 6 on 6, making a good tackle. Stopped Mateo cold and knocked him backwards.
And that's where young Felipe Mateo just showing a little bit of inexperience. When you've got a bloke like Nigel who's going to come fly to the wing, you're better off standing and get the ball just on the edge. That's where the hole is going to be.
Williams running towards Vangana once again. He was around the legs this time to make a stop. Now Talanoa comes up with it. Willie Talau is there to stop him. About 18 away from the Samoan line. 14-12 to Samoa at the moment. Mateo giving it to Guttenfield, taking it to the line. They're on their heels defensively. Lauatiti makes the tackle. He was slow to move. Now Luluai comes up with it. They haven't put a hand on him as yet. He realised that there was a danger at one stage of a voluntary tackle. Instead, he realised he had to at least try and move to force the tackle. Eventually, they did make that tackle as we go downstairs to Scotty Sattler.
Well, guys, at half-time, both coaches pretty well around the ruck. We've seen another good hit there from the Tongan defence, but Jim Dimmick talked about they've only used 3 interchange players. More depth in attack will get results. John Ackland, Samoa, let's win the ruck, play a power game, and we'll beat this Tongan side. An interesting conversation in the tunnel at half-time was Felipe Talanoa and Kylie Luluai. Kylie Luluai apologising for that high shot in the first half, but I don't think any of his Tongan teammates heard him apologise. His Samoan teammates, I should say.
No apologies during game time as Carmont fires the ball. It might have been forward. Nelly has an air swing. He had a chance to do something right there to put a bit of a gap in the score line, but he missed the ball completely and Cooper Vuna came up with it.
That a little chip over the top. Great ball here by Carmont. And again, just probably a fraction for, but then he tries to do the little chip over the top. I'm not too sure how many Francis has actually got to go over the top, those little chips, and they didn't work here now. Now they go wide. Oh, they're going short again.
Good hands there by Manasi Manakafoa. There's a reach behind him to reel that pass in. Eddie Paya goes to Mateo. They were spread with numbers to the left-hand side, but they turn the ball back underneath to work it up towards the halfway line. A couple of plays left in this set as they get a bit of momentum out of dummy half and Leo Latu, who's given them plenty now. Epalahame Luaki. So to cool his heels for a long time on the bench, gets a chance now. Last play in this set. Mateo will put it in the air off the outside of the boot. Samoa waits underneath it. Not a difficult one to take as it turned out. His ankle tapped there by Essie Tonga. That was good work, and he's wrapped up by Manakafoa.
I'll tell you what, if you want excitement about watching people play football at the right times, this is it. It's good football, great defence, but the attack is superb so far. Here goes Lauatiti. He'll look for the offload.
There he is, showing it, but hanging on to it. Stopped there in the tackle by Luaki, who waits at marking. Telepo from dummy half, gives it to Langi Setu. Took it across the 40-metre line. We'll play it here with Matt Utai waiting at dummy half, appealing for a penalty. Darted out of dummy half as expected, and Antonio Kafusi made a good tackle on the live wire winger. They kick out of dummy half. In behind them, Jennings, though, was back there and makes a good catch on the full. He sees a pretty good chase on that left-hand side, though, from Samoa. And John Ackland spoke to you before the game, Gary. He said our game plan is simple. Completion rate and a good quick chase as Tonga come to this left-hand side right now. There is Ackland watching on, looking glum. He'll be even less happy right now. They give away another penalty. They're getting hammered. 7-3 is the count.
That's the first time there that the Tongan boys have decided to throw it from the first tackle. They one run in and then they went 2 passes wide and found that the Samoans a little bit short there. John looking on. It's Ackland. Not too happy with that penalty given against his side. Well, I think that's what they want to do. Tonga, if they want to win this game, they've got to attack Nigel Vagana because they know he's going to come out right and try and look for the big hit and look for the short ball just off his hip.
This good crowd at Penrith pretty much split down the middle as far as support for either team goes. Loving this, making plenty of noise as well, and every time there's contact, they rise up out of their seats and celebrate. Here's Mateo, going to Kafusi, who takes it forward, standing in a tackle, looking to get an arm free, but he couldn't do so. He'll play it right in front of the uprights, 20 metres away. Luaki goes for a scamper himself out of dummy half. They came up quickly. Lauatiti was there. So was Lungi Sedu looking for a shot. Slow to dummy half they are. Manikafoa had to rush over there and only just made it in time. One more play here. It comes back for Paya. He'll go with a crossfield kick. A chance going up forward. Essie Tonga had the ball go backwards. Talanoa was also there. And now we have a whistle against Tonga. A knock on the kick. Essie Tonga got a hand to it and knocked the ball forward before Smith Samoa came up with it for the Samoans. Here it is again. He flies up for it. No doubt he made the first touch before Utai got there. And the ball certainly went forward.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky there. That's what Eddie Paya needs to do. He needs to take control of this game, especially the kicking game. You just see that nice and tight there for Lili Mateo. He needs to stay as wide as possible, and that'll allow young Paya to start running to the line and get some forwards around. Just do something a little bit different. You can't just keep going to Lili Mateo to try and break the line.
There's Harrison Hansen, stopped inside his own 30. Let's go back downstairs to Scotty Sattler once again.
We saw Willie Manu come off a couple of minutes into the second half, limping. What he has got, he's got a great offload there from Solomon.
And here is Lungi Sedu with players in support. Carmon back on the inside. Will set sail for the line. He'll go all the way. Georgie Carmon gets a try for Samoa that gives them a 6-point lead. It will be 8 in just a few moments. An offload from deep inside their own territory, and away they went.
And that offload come from Dave Solomona. He is so good. Watch him go the line here, get around, then hold the ball up, and then go again with the right arm. And then Langi Sedu burst into the hole, and then Carmot, the presence of mind, the cut back. There was no players coming across. But watch this here for footwork and the ability to let that ball go around the back. A tremendous effort by the big second row. That was what he was known for back in New Zealand, playing for the Warriors and playing for Parramatta. Now in the Super League, Dave Solomona really breaking it. What a pass. That was terrific. And the backup Setu, the try scorer. There he is, George Carmon. Whoa, what a game.
The former Newcastle Knight, who scored plenty for them, of course, as well. Getting across the stripe to make it 18-12, 14 minutes into this second half. Well, they were good in the first half as far as their energy levels were concerned, Tonga. We'll wait and see how they hang on, though, off the back of this very quick turnaround from Monday night's game against Ireland. Ben Roberts has had a tough night with the boot so far, 1 from 3, but he should have no troubles right here to give them an important 8-point lead. A bit of hook on it, but it stays inside the uprights. Flags in the air. It's 20 points to 12. Samoa in a healthy position once again, Scotty Sattler.
They are, aren't they? They've hit back well after Tonga took a little bit of ascendancy halfway through that first half. Great offload from Solomona. It's what we've been seeing him do for so many years. When we talk about coaches saying complete sets, discipline, you know what? I'd rather see the loose passes, the tired forwards amongst these two teams, because this is great football. I don't want this game to finish. Just on Willie Manu, he's got a hip injury. The doctors are looking at it as we speak. Kick out on the full, penalty to Samoa.
And a heads-up play by that man, Tony Pulatua, who got back there and put his right foot beyond the dead ball line to come up with possession. You can see that right foot. Got it back there before the ball came down. Good play by the former Penrith captain. And he's given them a chance here to go back-to-back. Here comes Solomona. The Tongans weren't ready. They turned around and he was coming at them. He puts another ball on. An offload again this time doesn't work. He gave Melly no chance of coming up with it.
Oh, I tell you what, when Dave Solomon takes the ball to the line, it doesn't matter who he's playing for. He's playing for Samoa here tonight. You've got to make yourself available. You can't wait. Just have a look at this. He catches him napping. You're silly. Takes him with a big shoulder charge. Does it. And watch this. How does he get the ball out? That's where Melly. He should have been ready. He was too far back. That was a try gone begging.
I think the pass was forward anyway.
It was fine. Play on. We've let a couple go. Let's get into it.
Now a win against the feet of Georgie Carmont has a double.
Pass.
It's called back. They're celebrating like there's no tomorrow. And they won't believe it when they look up and see that Shane Hayne is going to say, I want it fed again. He says forward pass. Boy, I've got to tell you, watching the play live, it looked okay. There's the scrum win, the good push. Well, he was just floating back on the play. That's a try.
What about the push though by the Samoans? The Tonga boys not ready. They'll be ready now, let me tell you.
Boy.
What a game.
They're hanging on, Tonga, but only just at the moment you get the impression. They'll work it away from inside their own 20. 16 gone in this second half. Williams playing it for Leo Latu. Here's Luaki. They've got them going sideways, and they did a fair bit of the first half, and as a result, Luaki, he pays the price here. Grabbed in a good tackle by Tony Pulatua, and now Malika Farah is set upon. The same man involved once again. They're fired up. They get up off their line pretty quickly once again. Vangana. He's downstairs. Also over the top there. Trying to lasso him back to ground to his Joseph Paulo. Now Leo Latu puts a kick in. That puts some pressure on. Utai though got back there to pick it up. He wheels quickly on an arc and comes back towards the man who put the kick in to beat Leo Latu.
Well, when you watch this game, you look at, you've got excitement, you've got the fans up on their feet. The coaches mightn't be that happy, but I tell you what, enterprising game. Leo Latu probably shouldn't have put the kick in, but he didn't have enough players coming in. They are looking very tired now. Tonga, Samoa go wide again.
Drew Solomona back towards Georgie Carmont. You probably still can't believe he doesn't have 2 tries to his name. Solomona from dummy half goes to Tony Pulatua. I'll work it forward. He had Setu looking for an offload once again, putting his hand up saying, I'm there if you want me. Just outside the 10. Play 5. About to come up. A slow play the ball. Talapai goes to Vangana. He's got hands on his outside. He almost beat Luaki's attempt to tackle though, Nigel Vangana. Just a couple of metres out on the last play now. They've got numbers down the short side. They go back to the open. Here's Smith-Samuel. Jinking, then passing. Going to Ben Roberts, who puts a kick in, off the body, not knocked on, play on is the call, Tonga have it. And it's Etu Waiselli who made a very good play there, took his hands out of the equation, played it off the body and came up with the ball.
I've got to say, Waiselli has had a magnificent game on Monday. This game here has really stood up.
Now a lost ball. Tonga have made a blue through for Tuli Talanoa.
You've got to control the football, and that's what they're not doing. They spend a lot of time now.
They're also not matching them physically. That's what's happening at the moment. Here's Langi Sedu in there, getting his arms around the ball, that region. Pulatua involved again. He's been good tonight, Tony.
Oh, he's been enormous. He has really led by example.
He's made 21 tackles, double figures in hit-ups as well as they take it from the scrum. A big set of 6 in defence right here for Tonga. If Samoa can crack them, they'll have their foot on the till, as they say in the classics. Here's Shane Hayne.
Luaki, the man, giving away another penalty. This just adds the tackle count up now. They got to play on here, Samoa.
That penalty count is evening up at 7-5 now after being heavily in Tonga's favour during the first half. Will he tell how it is? Who taps it? Langi Sedu getting it on for Frank Pulatua. They've had so many chances in this second half, and the one try they have scored came from deep inside their own territory. Off the Solomona pass. Here's Pulatua. No way through this time. Grabbed there by Lapini player. Kafusi is downstairs. Eventually they wrestle him to the ground, but it took a job. Here's Talapo. Getting out of dummy half, giving it to Frank Pulatua, then standing flat on their line. They'll get across the line, in fact, here Samoa. They'll push Pulatua back into the field of play, but only just underneath the uprights. Talapo from dummy half. It goes to Ben Roberts. Decoy men in front of Smith Samoa again. A jinking run. Leo Latu hanging on to him, but only just. Eddie Pale was also there a couple of metres out. Solomona from dummy half. They were waiting for him. He plays it quickly. They'll double up and then reaching out. They might have scored.
Just check the grounding. Just check it.
Smith Samoa was there. It was like an almost rugby union rolling maul with quick play the balls back to back. Solomona returned the favour to Samoa. Did he get to the line here? I don't know, but he did.
Ooh, that's close. He thought that he got the ball down just there. I think the ball's short. I think he's short.
I think you're right.
I think he's short, mate. I know he did a magnificent job in trying to get the ball to the line. Well, the ball's not down there. That's short to me. And the ball was up on a little bit of an angle. I don't think he's got it down. The ball will be on the line. That's after he lets it go. So I would say no try.
None of the angles we've seen so far give you any indication, especially that one there. It certainly looks as though he's short of the line there.
Sure. And the ball's up in the air too, Warren. So I think it's no try.
It's a tough angle from end on, but we've seen nothing that could even say benefit of the doubt. You can see the ball on the ground there, but there are hands in the way. And that first angle, it looked as though the point was in the air.
Yeah, it was.
You couldn't make a case that it hit the chalk. And you'd expect it will stay at 20 points to 12.
So
the issue here for the Samoan boys, they got to make sure they defend up nice and tight.
Okay. Yep. That's all right. Good.
And the Tongans,
good.
They got to just try and get some fresh troops out there as quickly as possible to get them going forward. They are just making too many mistakes.
We had that report from Scott Sattler about the condition of Willie Manu, of course. I can see what part he can play in the remaining 20 minutes. A long time to go in this game. At the moment, it's 4 tries to 2 for an 8-point lead. These decisions have been taking an age to come up, haven't they? It is no try and play the ball. We knew that half an hour ago. I thought they could take a long time in the NRL to come up with the call on the screen. Boy, the World Cup is setting new standards.
Well, there might be something wrong with the video referee's gear upstairs. We don't know how that is, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
The Tonga hang on once again. They'll play it from 10 metres out from their own line. Samoa, though, force another mistake. Solomona it is, who forced the mistake once more. He's played a very big hand in the last 5 or so minutes of this game. There was a chance there for Samoa, but the ball was knocked down by Tavita Latu, and a good thing as well. Here it is again, taking it forward. Cooper Vuna had the ball come away. Plenty of hands in there. There he is, the ball coming up his left forearm. There was a chance. Solomona knew there was a counter-attack on straight away to go to the left-hand side. Luckily for Samoa, or rather Tonga, it was Leo Latu who knocked the ball down.
Yeah, they're very, very lucky now, Samoa. They have a great opportunity. Watch here for Nigel Vagana. He'll try and take them on, I believe.
Here he is doing exactly that. The crystal ball working beautifully, Wiz. 9 metres out.
He wants 2, that's why.
He could have had 2, and he got the ball down cleanly in the first half when he lost that one after 27 minutes off a sensational left foot step. Frank Pulatua played a couple of metres out. CUCU is back out there. He gives a ball on the inside here for Lungi Setu. He's only a couple of metres out still when he plays it in the tackle there of Guttenbiel and also Kafusi. CUCU comes back to the short side. Here is Vangana. He gives it to Carmon. Centres on this right-hand side of the field. You don't see that on too many occasions. Carmon and Willie Talau standing side by side. It's the old days here at Penrith tonight. Here is Roberts turning it back on the inside. A chance for Tony Pulatua to get an offload away. It comes back to Harrison Hansen. He's only 10 metres out. See you waits for it. He gets to play the ball and it goes to Roberts, who puts a kick in. A chance here for Matt Utai. Out left in the air, he got a hand to it and knocked it dead. And Tonga will bring it back to their own 20.
Matty Utai got a hand to it. He might be putting to the referee and say, "You're kidding, have a look at this," but he actually got a hand to it. Don't worry about that. Just there, he touches it with the left hand. Talanoa, he knows he's got a 20-metre restart. With only 17 minutes to go in the game and 8 points in it, the Tongan side, they're going to start to use the ball a bit more. They're going to be a bit more adventurous. I know this hasn't played for that well, but that's what they've got to do.
They start trying to go sideways, though, from inside their own territory. They can absolutely smash. They need to make some headway from their own end down the middle of the park through their forward pack, who've been out-muscled in this second half. Here is Jennings at the halfway line. We'll play it here for Leo Latu. He goes to the right-hand side. Good run by Fa'aso. He makes it dead to them and then plays the ball. He wasn't tackled. He went straight through a tackle of Pulatua and See You. And See You has been left on the ground behind the play. A sensational run for a player who had a great year with the Newcastle Knights, but he wasn't tackled.
Oh, that's such a tough call. I understand where he's coming from. You do it week in, week out, and he's only just come back onto the field at the same time. He's been sitting on the bench since about the 15th minute in the first half, and he's come on and done a magnificent run. He was probably only about a second away, well, half a second away from the Samoan player touching him as he's got up to play the ball. Just watch this. He goes through. Terence Sisu goes for the big hit. They clash heads. As he goes through, he knows he's hitting the ground. He gets up, and bang, there comes a player. Frank Pulatua, I should say. So close.
It's a voluntary tackle.
It is. They got it right.
Tonga off the back of their best set of 6 in this second half from the forwards. Instead, it's Samoa coming on the attack once again. 40 out from the Tongan line. Frank Pulatua charges at Guttenbeil. And the man who made the voluntary tackle, Richie Fa'aso. Here's See You, who got some attention. He's okay. And now Smith somehow grabbed by Luaki. 25 away. 15 minutes remaining, a bit over. With a scoreline of 20 points to 12. Here's Tony Pulatua carrying them with him once again. Kafusi riding on his back. They dragged him down eventually, 10 metres away from the line. See you to Roberts. Flat pass there for Solomona. Good defence, and it was Eddie Payer, the lightweight halfback, who made the stop. See you comes back to Roberts. He charges at them. He beats them, but there was a sleeper in front of him who got involved in the Tongan defensive line.
Behind him.
Nigel Vunga wants to argue the toss, but Shane Haynes said there wasn't one, there was 3.
Yeah, up in the line, he just goes in between the 2 players, and the referee doesn't need to go back and have a look, and he just goes bang. It's all over, boys. It's a shepherd.
No doubt about it. Armin Guttenbeil there was given no chance to make a stop there on Ben Roberts. And here they are working it away from their own end once again. Kafusi will play it. 10 shot of the halfway line. Downstairs to Scotty Sattler.
Just getting back to regards to Willie Manu, guys. He did come off with a groin injury. He's warming up down the sideline here. Medical staff don't want him to go back on. He realised how important he is to this Tongan side, as you said, Warren. And he's going to do his best to get back on this field in the next 2 or 3 minutes.
Doesn't look entirely convincing. Warming up on the sideline. Somebody who does, though, is Tony Williams. Just storming down the park once again. He'll play it back in Samoan territory. Leo Latu to Mateo, chipping over the top. Jennings was checked. Then he gave Solomona a push. What about the skills of Solomona, though? He was given a nudge and then just gave a one-handed bend of the ball almost straight back to one of his own teammates for a great save.
It truly was, and he's just shown all the skills that he's possessed over the years. Watch this here. He just has to tap the ball back. Smith Samuel, great positioning once again, and then Tavita Leo Latu. What about his defence in today's game? It's fantastic.
Oh,
he's a magician, isn't he,
big
Solomona?
Game. Big game.
Reminding us of what we saw plenty of in his time with the Eels and also the Roosters. And they play it here through Frank Pulatua, thinking for a bomb of a moment there. I thought they were setting for a field goal by the looks of things. And an 8-point lead. Now Jennings. Oh, he backed away from a bomb. He's going to play at it. Oh, now he puts a kick in from his own in-goal area. And Shane Hayne blows time off.
Right there, just right there.
Talk about a brain explosion. It's Pacific Island football at its best here tonight suddenly.
15, number 15.
And we have a touch judge report.
Who's 15? Where is he?
Roberts put the kick in.
Luaki is the man.
Don't let him go off.
And Epelahame Luaki is going to be called out here by the officials.
Yeah, sure.
We need to get to that kicker.
Langy said who it is coming through. There's no risk in the world that he changed his line. Epelahame Luaki, you see from that angle from behind to knock him to the ground.
Okay. Where's the mark, mate?
The ball bounce up.
Okay. Right. Don't forget, you've got to be going to the ball. Don't take him out, okay? Don't take him out.
And I'll tell you, right now, Tonga will gladly take the penalty because the option off the back of this, Michael Jennings putting a kick in there for Nigel Vungana to come up with it 5 metres out. He was tackled. Anything could have happened off the next play. Given the state of the Tongan defensive line, it was all over the place. Jennings, I guess, he was going to go touch and goal if he didn't put the kick in, but boy, what a piece of play that was.
What do you think would have happened if he was playing for Penrith?
Here's Pulatua, Tony it is. His brother Frank watching on, waiting for the play the ball. Here's Suyu. Fires a good ball to Roberts deep and wide. Smith Samoa again. Little jinking runs to Cardo style affairs, and then Etu Waiseli came up, had him in a dangerous position, then put his hand on his throat to finish him off on the ground as well.
Waiseli once again, he's getting pretty involved, pretty emotional in this game. Picks up the player.
Go away, guys. Just go away. I just want you to go back to line. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back.
Goes low, Waiseli.
We've seen him getting a lot of penalties now. Right? You need to make sure you control this side. Righto? Okay, number 4. Okay, you placed him, you picked him up, placed him in a dangerous position. That's on report. I'm not going to go down this track and continue to penalise for this sort of action, okay? Talk to your players, okay? There's not long to go. Not yet. Not yet. Yeah, just wait though. Wait there. Wait there.
Handled very well by Shane Hayne.
The boys shaped up. Thankfully, nobody sparked the situation. There is Solomona with Samoa. Well, they've just dominated this second half, haven't they? And they should have scored more points off the back of the field position they've had. Tonga have hardly had a tackle in Samoan territory the last 20 minutes of the game.
Well, it gives credit to the Tongan defence, isn't it? They've worked very, very hard around that ruck area. Now Nigel Vungana puts it on Harrison.
He'll take it forward 5 minutes out from the Tongan line. See you again at dummy half. Cut-out ball for Roberts, who gets on the outside there of Leo Latu. Tony Pulatua running on the angle this time. Stops, still gets the ball away and coughs it up. It goes to Cooper Vuna, and Tonga, once again, somehow, some way, have just refused to crack.
Nigel Vungana. What about the tackle on Tavita? Leo Latu, and he gets the ball away.
Couldn't stop the pass, though, the Samoan captain. And here they are, taking it forward through Richie Fa'o, so just outside his own 20. It is getting willing. There is Leo Latu back on the ground behind the flag. Guttenbiel in the meantime takes it beyond the 30-metre line. They're still looking at the hooker. Letty Mateo works up towards the halfway line. He's okay. He says, I'm playing for Tommy. You won't stop me here tonight. 10.5 minutes to go. They trail by 8. Listen to the crowd. Payer. He gets the ball away. Waiseli's ball for Cooper Vuna is forward. They just get themselves back into Samoan territory for a rare foray at that end of the field. Just as quickly cough it up.
Usali, who's a little bit unlucky there. I've got to say that they're willing to touch your arm, and the Samoan side, they're just looking a little bit tired now. They've withstood a heap of attack here, the Tongan boys, and the crowd, as you said, Warren, right into this game. 11,787 at CUA Stadium. A magnificent effort for everyone to get out and support these two sides.
Tell you what, if only the Panthers fans made this sort of noise.
Oh, they'd fill it. You'd fill it every week. The players will be bopping up what they are here today.
Here's Melly. The man who got the scoring underway all the way back in the 3rd minute. Now a mistake. The ball stripped out, said Shane Hayne. They're under pressure once again. Lungi said who it was, taking it forward. Here's the ball come away from his hands, and as a result, they'll find themselves backpedaling once more.
It's a tough one, the 2 men in the tackle. Here he goes, Solomon. He's put himself up there. Carmichael Hunt takes the tackle. This is where Nigel has to take over.
Here's Solomon from dummy half. Only about 3 metres out. Did you say Carmichael Hunt taking it forward?
Sorry, George Carmont, sorry.
I know who you meant. He plays for the other team.
He's a good player too, isn't he?
He can play. Here's Lauatiti. Speaking of blokes who can play. He's only 8 metres out. See you from dummy half. He goes to Roberts. They come to the right-hand side. He cuts out Sedu and one more to give it to Utai. He runs towards Tonga. We saw that battle in the first half. Here's Willie Talau. He beats the Tonga tackle. Mateo strips it. It was 1-on-1. That'll be the 0 tackle. 6 more for Samoa. Lungi Sedu has it. He's not too well on his feet now as he gets back to play the ball. He clutches at a hamstring perhaps or a knee. Here's Hansen bouncing away from one. Fa'oso sticks Holiday to make the tackle. Siu does the splits, getting out of dummy half. They're looking for the knockout blow. A wry grin on the face of their coach, John Ackland. They must be thinking, what are we going to do? Just give it to Ali. He's still short. Close once again. Siu shows it. He tries them on. They won't fall for a dummy from the dummy half.
Stay there, Tavita. Not early.
2 more plays in this set. They go again from dummy half. Tony Fulatua can't get across. How many times have they been that close? Here's the ball. It's play on. Siu was grabbed from dummy half. Oh, then Smith somehow rocked to Vita Leo Latu.
I tell you what, take our hats off to these blokes here in those red jerseys. Oh, and he's away.
Vuna beating defender after defender. Got away from Nigel Vungana as well. They must be out on their feet, Tom, with all the defence they've done. But Vuna, a jinking stepping run, brings it back to the 30.
The Tongan side, I know they're looking tired, but they've got to push themselves a little bit because the Samoan boys, they're very tired too. Remember, this is only their first game in this World Cup.
Good tackle by Carmont here on Gutenberg. They're getting up out of the line, these Samoans looking for impact. They change the angle. Moa cut down by David Solomona. A classic around the legs. Here's Eddie Payer. He puts it high in the air, a midfield bomb. Some pressure here on Matt Utai. He made a good catch though. Talanoa was coming down on top of him. They get numbers in the tackle. And they stop him 20 out from his own line. When was the last time Samoa had to work it away from this end of the field?
I don't think they've been down here for the whole second half, and they've done a magnificent job to get down here. They look the fitter side. I've got to say this. I know there's only 7 minutes to go in the game, and they can produce something special. The Samoans, they're starting to struggle to get to their work. They need a good kick to put them on the back foot. John Ackland looking on. But Tonga, don't write them off. There's still plenty of time.
Here is Setu. They'll need to score against the run of play here. Jimmy Dimmick on the walkie-talkie, trying to inspire something from his bench. A kick from inside the 40, it looked by Roberts, looking for a 40-20. There's something. Ben Roberts, it has to be said, comes up with a Ben Roberts type moment.
Yeah, that's what he's been doing all year, hasn't he? Just putting it out a little bit too long. The Tongan boys, they get down there quickly. They set the scrum. They blow time off. There's the kick. Too far out. By around about 2 metres, the crowd goes up, especially if you're a Tongan supporter. This is where Mateo, he's got to take the ball to the line. Get people around him.
Join in, Ali. Let's go. Come on.
They won't have a voice left, these fans here tonight. They are standing, singing, dancing, screaming themselves hoarse. Tonga get a chance. They would need to score in this set of 6, you'd imagine, or this possession at least, to try and snatch a win. Here's Leo Latu. They trail by 8 inside the final 6 minutes. Jennings goes from dummy half. He works against the Samoan forwards. Good tackle made by Tony Puletua. Here is Mateo. He goes from dummy half. Simple stuff, but effective so far. Mateo almost got there. Stopped by Lungi Setu. Here is Leo Latu looking for his second. He reached the line and lost the ball. And Willie Talau has it for Samoa.
Oh, so close for Leo Latu. A magnificent effort, just a little bit like it now. That was the opportunity to get themselves back into the game. Watch him here, he goes forward. He knows he's got knowledge. He's got to try and turn over and just loses the ball.
Now the ball comes loose. Oh, and then Ebalahame Luaki took a swing like he was playing for Arsenal, Man United and Liverpool all together. Wow. The ball came away there. It was knocked on by Smith Samoa, and then Terence Siu was lucky. He still has his head on his shoulders.
Oh, that was so close. Milwaukee trying to get himself, and then he knew he'd try to get the ball, but he's supposed to kick the ball. Oh. This will be a Tongan feat.
It will be. Terence Siu isn't injured, but he's just staying on the ground buying lottery tickets. Wow.
We've seen everything tonight, Warren.
Have you ever seen a player take a swing at a ball like that?
Yeah, but only with the round ball.
Luak. He thought he was in a World Cup qualifier for the Socceroos. Trying to score from the other side of halfway.
Heads in, Ali, heads in.
Wasali, that's the man.
Yeah.
They go to his side of the field. Here's Eddie Paya losing the ball. Knocked down cleanly and fairly, said the referee, by Samoa. That might be their last chance inside the final 5. Down by 8. Vangana takes it away. Luaki is there again, looking to put a shot on. He gets involved in the play the ball there. Setu eventually came up with it. Now he knocks it on. Williams has it for Tonga. Here's Waiselli getting away from one tackle of Loatiti. Stopped there by Francis Melly, who can jam in off the wing.
Well, what about the tackle by Luluwai then coming in?
Here's Vuna bouncing away. It's physical to the end, isn't it? Just as you'd hoped.
Mate, it's a magnificent game, and that's the spectacle that we expected.
Mateo, quick ball, picked up here by Williams. Just some room to move. Doesn't get away though from the tackle of Willie Talau. He chops down the big man right around the legs. Now Luaki in a more traditional style of rugby league play. Coming in over the top. It's willing out there, I'll tell you. Talau went in over the top. Leo Latu skipping out of dummy half. He's only 10 metres away. 4 players got in this set of 6. Here's Mateo. It goes back to Paya. He puts a grubber in. Jennings was tackled on suspicion by George Carmont. No call by the referee or his sideline official. Samoa have it. Jennings was tackled as he ran through the line.
Oh, without doubt, that should have been a penalty. And the linesman should have come in and made that decision. A penalty should have gone Tonga's way. Look at them. Only 3 minutes to go in the game. Oh, and I thought he stole the ball.
There was a fast play the ball there from Utah. Here's the kick again. Keep your eyes on Jennings. Well, George Carmont threw his body in front of him and knocked him down.
100% correct. That should have been a penalty.
Last play here for Samoa. Surely they've done enough to hang on now. Lauatiti will play it. Vangana cleans it back for Roberts, who won't kick it out on the full this time. Go down the middle of the park for Michael Jennings. He'll wind up and bring it back towards them. Albi Talapo was there to make a tackle on him with the help of Kylie Luluwai. 2.5 remaining. And pool 3 will go down to a final game between Samoa and also Ireland.
Oh, what a game that will be. I don't know if they're going to have that much petrol left in their tanks after this. Oh, another great hit on Tony Williams. He's had a fantastic game, the big fella for Tonga, but the defence that the Samoan boys have put on here tonight, that's scary stuff. They have gone out there at 100 mile an hour and started the game that way and finished the game that way.
Already Paya getting up a little bit gingerly as well. He's not too well on his feet. Mateo goes to Luaki. He keeps it coming to Williams, who steps back on the inside again. A good tackle. Lauers picked him off twice in the last 2 minutes. Important tackles, both of them. Mateo, high to the air. Too big it is. Samoa will take it on the full, and the game belongs to Samoa.
They may win, but there should be a penalty here. Jennings was again taken out of the play on the right-hand side.
Where's 15? 15. Where's 15, mate? 15. Ali. Where's Ali? Penalties against Ali, mate. He ran off his line. Took him out.
Mateo puts the kick up. And again, Big Ali closes the door.
I'm going to tell you, it might be a fairly tough call because compared to the Carmont tackle on Jennings...
Mate, at least they picked that one up, Warren.
I don't know, that one needed to be penalised. He was floating back in the direction of the ball, it looked like.
No, he took him out.
It won't matter because inside the final 90 seconds, Samoa are home here. And their fans are going to celebrate this one for a long time. They've had some great battles in the past. And they put out another one here tonight. Here's Samoa pumping the legs, trying to find the line. Leo Latu at dummy half. He comes back to Epelahame Luaki. He's only a couple of metres out. They'll count down the final 60 seconds. Tavita Leo Latu waiting for the play of the ball. Eventually it comes back to him. Short ball there for Arwen Guttenbiel. He wasn't going to get away from Ali Lauatiti. The ball comes loose. They touched it. 6 more tackles here for Tonga. Now it's knocked down. And this will be a scrum feed to Tonga. The time has beaten them tonight. Gee, they've been gallant though. They've only considered the 1 try in this second half. That's amazing given what has happened as far as possession. Don't forget, Rugby League World Cup 08.com, RLWC08.com. You can read about this one, and there'll be plenty written about it as well on the website in the days to come.
This has been one fantastic game of rugby league. Both sides have given 100%. They've tried things defensively and attack-wise. It's been inspirational. And Jennings, who's taken the tackle there for the Tonga, has been certainly one of their best.
Here is Paya going to the right-hand side. Are they the Seahorns I hear?
I think
sounding at CUA Stadium here. Here's Mateo stepping inside and advancing Nigel Vungana. He'll play it 10 metres out. Get the fishing lines ready, Wiz. There's a Lovo coming. Another penalty here for Tonga. They'll tap it through Leo Latu, the last play of the game. Have they got one more for the fans to cheer? Here it is, perhaps Melly. He comes up with an intercept. He runs a long way. Williams shadow him backwards. He steps, stays alive, does a full 360. Now they stop him, and that is the game. And Samoa are celebrating like they've won the World Cup itself.
I'll tell you what, why would they celebrate? They've got 15 NRL, SLL players that have been here, and it was a magnificent victory by them. The crowd, they certainly go up, but they were inspirational defensively and attack-wise too. They were so good. Nigel Vungana had a fantastic game here tonight. Led by example, the experience really showed. The tackles had to be made when they were done. Congratulations there. Owen, they played football together. Jennings was good even for Tonga. Look, it's just sad that we had to have a loser here tonight.